Well, hi and welcome back to the Pinoy Pint, which is my series here on YouTube where I review all the Filipino beers that I can get a hold of. And we are still working our way through the San Miguel products, and today I've got this here beauty, which is San Mig Zero. And this is not a beer that I typically buy myself. I don't think I ever bought it except for the purpose of reviewing it here today. And what it is their sort of ultra light version. So we all know that they have their light beer, San Mig Light, and I guess what you can call San Mig Zero is their ultra light. So it comes in at 3% alcohol and 60 calories as compared to the San Mig Light, which has, I believe, 100 calories and is 5% alcohol. So typically, I would say that if you are watching your waistline or that much, you probably shouldn't be drinking beer at all. But hey, we're gonna give this one a fair chance. And so ideally, this would taste something similar to San Mig Light, which would be very light in flavor, not much aftertaste, but a decent mouthfeel and enjoyable enough when served cold. So, and this has been sitting in the freezer for some time, so hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see. I don't have high hopes, to be honest, but who knows? And so this looks very similar to San Mig Light, I'd say. You know, it is golden, it is fairly lively in carbonation, and we have this big soapy head that is gonna go away quite rapidly and basically not leave a trace after a minute or so. But already before tasting this, I can detect one very big difference between this and San Mig Light, and that is the smell. So this beer is skunked, meaning that it has been exposed to sunlight, and this typically leaves a very distinct smell, and it also leaves its mark on the taste. So this is not a positive thing in my sense. Some people actually enjoy the flavor that leaves, but I certainly don't. And I've never had a San Mig Light that's skunked, even though it also comes in a clear bottle. So beers in clear bottles such as this is particularly sensitive. But for some reason, I guess they do some sort of treatment to San Mig Light so it doesn't have that problem, but clearly they don't to this beer. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, just buy Heineken here in the Philippines and buy one bottle, one can, pour them up right next to each other, give both of them a sniff, and you can quite easily tell which one's been in the bottle. But we'll see if the flavor is okay still, despite the skunk smell. Well, funnily enough, the skunk thing actually does give it slightly more flavor than I'd expected, but I can't say I find it particularly enjoyable. But, and it leaves basically no aftertaste, which is to be expected. So I gotta say that for me, this is definitely a below average kind of beer, and price-wise, it comes in at around 50 pesos for the bottle, which is a little bit more expensive than San Mig Light or Pilsen or Red Horse. So it's sort of a special interest beers for those that watch their waistline or those who don't want a high alcohol beer. But if you enjoy beer, just drink it more seldomly and drink something more enjoyable and more worth your peso, because I can't possibly recommend this to you. But it's been around for quite some time, so I guess someone buys it, because I arrived here in 2016 and it was already here then, and it's still on the shelves. So I don't know who buys it, but apparently enough of people do, so they still keep it selling. But yeah, you can pick this up wherever you want to go. You can find it in grocery stores. You can find it in some convenience stores, possibly. I don't know. Probably in 7-Eleven, but definitely in your Save Mores, in your Robinsons, any kind of bigger grocery store. They should have this on the shelf. So if you want to, give it a try. But for me, I'm not gonna be buying this just to have a drink. If I want something really light, I'll just pick up a San Mig Light and leave it at that. But at least I guess it's good that it's here. If you really want to give it a try, just pick one up and decide for yourself. But that's been all for today, so please subscribe to the channel. We'll post more beer reviews. We're gonna review every single San Miguel product and other beers that we can find here in the Philippines. We're gonna have a look at the craft beers once we can find some of those, but it's a little hard with the distribution. But just keep your eyes peeled and there'll be more beer reviews soon. Okay, bye bye.